Movie Holics!
I've never felt power like this before.
Okay, look, I understand that I'm probably gonna be in the severe minority with this. And that's okay. We can't all like the same films. But I fucking hate X-Men Days of Future Past. So bad. Primarily because I don't like the way that they toyed with time travel and killed the timeline of the original films. The reason I have a problem with this is because the only reason the timeline of these prequel sequels exist is because of the timeline of the original 3 films. So the original 3 films can exist on their own, but the new 3 films can't because they require the timeline from the original 3 movies. Are you following me so far? Okay, now that we've got that on the table, moving on. After watching this preview, it definitely insinuates that Charles Xavier's hair loss is due to an event that happens, rather than, say, old age. You can see in the last shot of the trailer. Doesn't look any older at all. So are you telling me that there are 2 completely and totally independent timelines, one with Apocalypse and one without, and the event that made this fucker lose his hair is in both of them? No, probably not gonna like this movie.
Trailer trash.
What's up guys, Kyler Wilson here, and today we are looking at the very first trailer of the very first X-Men Power Rangers crossover titled X-Men, Ivan Ooze Back. I kid, of course, this is X-Men Apocalypse, and who cares? This movie has a lot of good things going for it, but it also has a lot of bad things going for it, so without further ado, let's just jump right in. The trailer opens up with a vision from Jean Grey of the world ending.
I saw the end of the world. I could feel all this death.
Jean, it was just a dream.
Then we see an establishing shot, and here's some voiceover.
I've been called many things over many lifetimes. Ra, Krishna, Yahweh.
Now, one of the good things that this movie has going for it that I mentioned earlier is the fact that Apocalypse is claiming to be every single deity that has ever existed in human history, and I personally find that really interesting. However, this does open up a slew of questions about how mutation works exactly. See, way back when the first movie was released, it was explained to us that this mutation was a part of evolution. And what we know according to this movie and all the comic books is that Apocalypse was the first mutant. Also, he's the strongest. What I'm trying to say is this would be like evolution taking a bunch of furry animals with no legs that can only wiggle around and then dropping a starving lion right in the middle of them. My point in bringing all this up, that's not how evolution works, so what's the deal?
Ever since the world found out about mutants, there have been secret societies who see them as some kind of second coming or sign of God.
Something about secret societies worshiping them for, I don't know why they're secret. Why are they secret?
They believe that tens of thousands of years ago, an ancient being was born, the world's first
Mutant.
We get our typical ensemble cast. Wolverine. Oh, damn it. Okay, Beast. Wolverine. Dang it, my bad. Mystique. Wolverine. Son of a bitch, Nightcrawler. Wolverine. Motherfucker, Jubilee. Wolverine. Ah! Where in the hell is Wolverine? Maybe later in the trailer.
Blind leaders. But I am here now.
So the one thing I am sure about with this whole thing is that in this timeline, and around the, say, 1980s or so, Apocalypse shows up because he's pissed off that people are following blind leaders. But they're the same blind leaders from the Patrick Stewart timeline. So where the fuck's Apocalypse in that one? I mean, there's nothing that I can see that happened in the last movie that would make Apocalypse suddenly show up. So what's the deal? Why is he only in this one timeline and not the original timeline? Hey guys, you know it'd look great? Filling this room with fog and then setting a film light over in this corner or behind the stairwell and then show that on camera with no motivation at all.
Wherever this being was, he always had 4 followers he would imbue with power.
Get it? It's the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
There's holding your audience's hand. Then there's spoon feeding them baby food. Neither are good, but one is definitely worse.
I got that one from the Bible.
Or the Bible got it from him.
I would like to amend this to say something else. Let's go with this.
What is it? Oh God.
So Xavier uses Cerebro for some reason, and one of the cool parts that I talked about earlier is coming up.
He can control all of us.
I guess my one question here is, if Apocalypse is so damned powerful, why even do a 3-act story arc in the first place? Why not just do away with 2 of the acts, and we'll do just one 30-minute climax and call it a day?
The world needs the X-Men.
That's why I'm here. To fight.
I don't like J-Law in this movie. There, I said it. You wanna know what I hate more than J-Law in this movie? The fact that people call her fucking J-Law. I especially hate that Mystique is a good guy with zero motivation. There's no reason for her to be a good guy whatsoever. She has evil in her damned heart. Also, are you wondering like I am why she's not in her blue makeup for all these scenes where she's in the privacy of her own place with mutants? I mean, I get why she's not all blue dabba-dee out in public, but why is she not blue dabba-dee in private with all of her friends? I'll tell you why. Because she's J-Law and she ain't gonna sit in the hair and makeup trailer for no 4 to 5 hours getting her makeup done.
Not all of us can control our powers.
Then don't. This is war.
Don't control your powers, screw those innocent civilians.
Everything they've built!
This to me probably is the coolest thing in the trailer. I mean, it looks really good. It looks almost real. But it's not gonna save this trailer. Okay, now a few more ensemble shots. Look, it's Quicksilver. Wolverine, damn it, Angel. Wolverine, Mother of God, Storm. Fuck Magneto. Ivan Ooze. No worries, preview still has 30 seconds. I'm sure Wolverine will show. It ain't an X-Men movie without fucking up a bridge, am I right?
I've never felt power like this before.
Okay, best thing in this preview, bar none to me, is this shot of James McAvoy right here. I mean, there is such a range of emotions on this dude's face. It's seriously, seriously impressive. But not impressive enough to save this trailer. Ooh, Wolverine! Apocalypse, damn it. No Wolverine. I just don't understand why you would remove the most successful part of your franchise. But, not my franchise. Do what you want, Fox. So, takeaways. There is nothing, as far as I can tell, from the last movie that would have set forth the events of Apocalypse. So why it's different now, I have no fucking clue. Jennifer Lawrence as a good guy is a complete distraction, and I do not like her character in these prequel sequels. Charles Xavier, as far as I can tell, only loses his hair because of fan service. Wolverine is not in this movie. Apocalypse looks like Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers. James McAvoy is capable of showing 3 to 4 emotions on his face at any given time, and that is seriously impressive. And he's one of the only saving graces of this entire trailer. And there is no Wolverine in this movie.
Trailer trashed.
I'll probably see it in the theaters to review, but if I were you, I'd probably wait for DVD. Just to be perfectly honest with you, because if you're anything like me, every 5 minutes you're gonna want to pause this thing and bitch about something. So, there's that. But what I think doesn't matter. What do you guys think? Are you likely to go see this in the theaters, wait for DVD, wait for Netflix, or wait for TV? Or you could say never. I suppose that there's at least one of you who will never see this movie. Make sure to let me know in the comments section below, guys. And as always, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. Hit me up on movieholics.net as well. Subscribe to the channel, leave us a big thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. I love you all very much. Deuces.
Trailer trash.